Righto, back from work for another week. Work started back on the car. Went and chased up some fittings this morning from Triple Talk, and just checking a few things for fitment. I've now the wiring's sort of half roughed in from last week. I've reinstalled the turbo and yeah, just bolted the dump pipe on now. Gonna get it ready for the front pipe to be bolted on, and then we can tack the wastegate return pipe back in and yeah, set it all up. There's a few other things got to have a look at the moment. I'm just setting up, checking clearance. Got the struts are still out of the car, and we've got the prop stands in here just pretty much at full travel, checking sway bar clearance. So as the strut and the goes up, as the wheel load on it and the strut compresses, it actually moves the sway bar. So just checking for clearance. We're trying to run these oil filter hoses, trying to find a good route for them. So yeah, it's very tight up in where they'll be going, up through right up in the back there. So there's one of the fittings there. So it's obviously a pretty difficult spot. Still mucking around with a few water lines. Got one of the water lines sorted off the turbo with some fittings earlier. Yeah, getting there. Righto, I'll show you around the new intake. I just finished fabricating, and the water turbo drain line. I got the engine fan in there for checking clearances and stuff. Ended up going with a banjo bolt for the water line for the strut clearance. And dump pipes back in. Sort of starting to get on top of it a bit. Wiring's in. Got the Mac valve in there too. So yeah, we'll start to hose that Mac valve up. Be one of the next jobs. Try and get the hosing set up for it. We go get a couple more fittings for the wastegate, because I'll assemble the wastegate with the hoses on it, and then run them up. I'll probably use JIC fittings maybe in there. Righto, I got 9 litres of Penrite run-in oil ready for the car. Got it in the fire extinguisher. It's a water-based one, so you can unscrew the lid, and then we just put 100 pound of pressure in the top of it. So I've got the gauge here, we'll pump her up now. And she's got 100 pound in her now. Put the got here -6 to dash 4 adapter in, homemade fitting. No leaks so screw that in, screw it into the turbo oil feed line in a second, and we'll see if we got set some oil pressure up. Oil filter's plumbed up finally. Still got a brace, make a bracket up to mount it, but we're getting there. We'll put the inner guard back in too when I get a sec. Starting to get a few things done now. Might have to just check the there's some extra bungs on the housing for the oil filter that seem to be weeping a bit. I've tightened them up, but might have to do them. Hot side wiring is done. Got to do that still. Coolant hoses done. Cooler piping intake. Yeah, got a few things done anyway. So got water in it now. Started the bleed process and shortened the fuel hose up. This one here was a bit long, so put some conduit on it as well. Try and insulate it. Run the catch can drain, or breather, sorry. Drain's done, breather hoses are in and tight. Put all the new clips on the injectors. Some of them were missing, little Jesus clips. Back valves hosed up. Just in the 2-port configuration at the moment. Also got heat sleeving on the oil feed line purely just to insulate it really. So not so much heat wise, just so it doesn't rub on anything because it's braid. We've done this one as well. I ended up ordering the 2 brand new OEM hoses that normally go to the reservoir up here. And I couldn't utilise this one because it was not long enough, so used I think it's one of the higher series, 4 or 500, whatever it was, Aeroflow rated for power steer for this one. And then yeah, this one's the OEM hose, which is good because it's got the foam on it. So yeah, throw a P-clamp on this too, try and secure it. Fans on and done up. All the radiator hose clamps are on, dump pipes all in, tight. Just fabricating the actually the intakes here, it's all done. Bit rough, but yeah, just about out of gas. They always seem to be a bit funny towards the end of the gas bottle. This is the intercooler pipe, just bead rolling it so it doesn't pop off. So if you haven't used one of these before, it's just adjustable. You just spin, one hand holds this and keeps it true, and then you spin the other side, the handle, and then adjust your preload until you get a nice bead. See that there's not bad. I'll pull it off and I'll show you the inside. See, it puts quite an indentation. Yeah, getting there. Wrapping up today, we got all that sort of half set up now. So intake, compressor, pressure pipe, got a bit of oil in the power steer there, so hopefully we can fire it up with a bit of luck tomorrow, and yeah, see how we go. Just gone through, updated the boost cut, dropped that down to 16 pound, set a new rev limiter of 4k so I don't get too carried away driving it without a proper tune in it. Adjusted a couple other things, engine size in there, and yeah, just gave it a bit of a check over in the ECU. We've got the oil line disconnected off the turbo, and we've just been getting the oil pressure plugs are out, so got plenty of oil there, which is good. It is filtered in there, and I did clean all the lines out before we assembled it, so yeah, that'll be good. That'll be ready to bolt on now. Plugs are out. Might gap them down. I'm only running split fires in this, so might even gap them down to I don't know, they're probably at 0.8 at the moment, or maybe a tad less, but we might take them down a bit. Righto, new plugs are back in, gapped, coils are in. See what happens. She runs. It's quiet, smooth as. Good oil pressure. Haven't set the timing yet, it's just flicked it around to try and get it running. Worked out I had the injectors turned off. The strut towers have been copping a hiding from the strut brace, so I got a bit of foam, cut it all out, and put a bit of fish oil on it too. Maybe that'll help. See how it goes. Righto, bracket is made up for the oil filter. Inner guard's back in, and a bit of a look at the exhaust. You can see she's all done, mounted up. Righto, all back from the dyno. It's good to have the car running again, that's for sure. Just on a run-in tune at the moment. Yeah, everything went pretty good at the dyno. No leaks, touch wood. Just tightened a few things up then and checked a plug. Give the covers a bit of a clean up. Put the center cover on. And yeah, we the fan somehow shit itself and tried to exit the building, but yeah, other than that, it was all good. Try and chase a new fan up or make one to fit in there. I'm not sure what we're going to do yet. It's discontinued part by Nissan, so we'll be chasing that up. I'm going to throw this cover on now, or this Tomei engine ornament plate. Had it for 20 years, so that'll be pretty cool. Put that on. Righto, 20 years. Finally put it on. Tomei, so it suits the cams. Running 260 by 10.8mm lift on this one. How good's that look? Mint. Righto, I'm going to show you how to do a proper filter cut. It's a filter cutting tool. It's got the two discs here and the rollers on the opposite side, and then this is your thread for your preload or your adjustment, whatever you want to call it. Basically, you set the filter up tight in the vise. Yeah, just ease into it. Always have a rag ready. Righto, bottom of the filter comes off. Go and throw this in the... Righto, once you get the filter, we want to cut out a section. So what am I cutting there? 5 ribs at a time, 5, 7, something like that. Get some good cutters, you'll get it pretty easy. So yeah, cut your sides, then cut your ends. Should be able to grab it in the center. Righto, once you get to this part, get your rag in the vise. Now that's hard to read at the moment. It's pretty dark, full of oil, no good. So you want it dry. So what we're going to do is we're going to throw it in the vise, and it'll be like a hydraulic effect. We'll have to wait, let the oil disperse as we're winding it in. so you keep wiping the oil off the top. This is the first filter change for the car. It's in a run-in, just doing a run-in stage at the moment, so see how good the engine builder cleaned the block. Like I said, it's a hydraulic effect because it's so oil impregnated. It takes a while, but the longer you leave it in the vise tight, the better it will work. You can keep going down on it. Oil will slowly disperse the paper. Probably don't normally go much tighter than this, or not quite this tight even, but yeah, just go a bit extra to show you. Now, notice when I pull this paper out, it'll be almost white in comparison to what it was. So we'll take that outside and have a look. It's good sunlight here actually. So there is some metal in it. But nothing you wouldn't expect for a run-in. Yeah, not too bad. A few bits and pieces. Even the internal of the filter doesn't look too bad. So yeah, that's a good result. I'll probably put a new filter on it and run it for a bit longer, but I just wanted to get a good gauge where we're at, make sure it's running pretty clean.